The first, Rikku 2, was an incredible breaker on her release. She could break, she could steal, she could imbue lightning, she could steal, she could re-raise, she could steal! Why was she so good again? Oh yeah, she could steal. Berserker Riku's Trustmaster reward is close with high attack and defense, but can only be equipped onto female units. However, it also has a significant passive that boosts the damage modifier for physical abilities, which is further amplified when applied to units with multiple hit scripts, something that's not easy to find at all. Her Super Trustmaster reward is a fist with really high attack. It also boosts the chain ramp and boasts a burst regen. Being one-handed, it doesn't have a great variance range. None in this case, as it is a fist, so it's a pretty big drawback in this age of double hand. Onto her active abilities. Fill Burst, fills Burst. Selflessness will provide an Omni cover, but only for one ally. Provoke 2 is Provoke with a 75% general mitigation buff. Crackdown deals damage to Chains of Bolting Strike and removes enemy buffs. Cripple can crit gives Rikku a 75% physical mitigation buff and boosts her attack and defense by 300%, though it can't be multicasted with her other abilities. Unhinge will inflict an 87% attack and magic break, and a 140% lightning imperil, but the effect duration is half the ability's cooldown. Passives. With her Trustmaster reward or Super Trustmaster reward equipped, Rikku gets 500 attack. She has 6 strong killers of varying strength, has a pretty hefty booster burst damage, a small burst regen, and meets half the cap to physical evasion. At the beginning of the battle, she'll automatically cast Preemptive Barthandaja, boosting her team's lightning resistance by a whopping 200%. She prefers to dual wield, though she meets the full cap to the chain layer boost without needing to do so. Her normal attack has been changed to attack, which hits multiple times, partially ignores the enemy's defense, and fills her burst gauge. At EX plus 2 she gets Warring Spirit 2. At EX plus 3 she gets 500 attack. Let's look at her burst. It deals lightning damage, gives your team a double shrunk human killer, strengthens the damage modifier for burst, and strengthens the damage modifier for her abilities in her base form. Also her normal attack and her Brave Shift. Time to change forms. Berserker Riku's Brave Shift has a 3-turn duration and a 3-turn cooldown. Onto her active abilities. Shockstorm deals self-chaining lightning damage to Chains of Bolting Strike, inflicts a 120% lightning imperil, and a 25% bow, throwing weapon, gun, and fist imperil. Vajra can be used once per battle, and hits the enemy while giving Rikku a Berserk attack boost. Stomp Missile deals self-chaining damage to Chains of Bolting Strike, and inflicts Stomp. Passives. She switches her favorite equipment style from two-handed to one-handed, but as a result, her chain layer boost drops by half. Her normal attack has been changed to attack, which is weaker without the modifier buff from her base layer burst. She's also lost her evasion for more bulk, and has gained resistance to most status ailments. She retains her killer's layer burst damage boost though. Let's look at her layer burst. It deals self-chaining lightning damage that's stronger against humans. Let's rank Brave abilities. Both just raise the damage modifier, and Shockstorm is stronger than Crackdown. They're on separate forms though, and you have to spend time in each one anyways. Time to make a damage rotation. On turn 1, cast Cripple. On turn 2, triple cast Crackdown. The goal here is to repeat this until her layer burst is just about ready. Then, cast Unhinge, and double cast Crackdown. After which, use her layer burst. Then, switch forms, cast Fill Layer Burst, and double cast Shockstorm. Use her layer burst after this. Alternatively, you could also pair Shockstorm with Vajra, and use her buffed normal attack afterwards instead. This requires some extra support to really increase its potential though, increasing the number of normal attack hits and imbuing lightning onto her. Regardless, triple cast Shockstorm, and then she switches back. So, EX2? EX plus 2 really speeds up her rotation, as an instant layer burst means you don't have to spend as much time waiting for her first layer burst to fill. Her Super Trustmaster reward boasts one of the highest attack stats in the game, which can make up for its lack of variance by pairing it with another weapon type. EX plus 3 is just stats, and expensive. So how good is Berserker Rikku? Her one global buff is for Shockstorm. It doesn't increase the damage modifier at all, but it does add a Fist Imperil, which makes it weird that she didn't have one before, as her base form can't equip anything except Fist without external support anyways. Well, even without this, Rikku was already very strong, thanks to her Trustmaster reward and layer burst damage modifier buffs. With the way her Brave Shift's attacks are counted, her modifier gains are doubled, letting her peak damage soar despite her lack of elemental amplification buffs. If you don't like being element locked though, you could also use her normal attack like I mentioned earlier, though it does require a bit more to adjust for that. She also has a few other notable tools too, like buff removal and strong imperils, though they're not available in her Brave Shift, and the latter has an unbalanced duration. Nevertheless, they're still potent effects. Ultimately though, it has to be stressed that her heavy MP and limit burst costs can really make things difficult, as Riku's limit burst buffs don't give a lot of leeway to fill it up to properly capitalize on her increased damage modifiers. Thanks for watching, and if you liked this video, leave a like and subscribe. Comment below if you summon Berserker Rikku. Even if she's element locked, her Trustmaster reward has enough value and flexibility to benefit a wide majority of units, and makes it a definite bonus if you happen to get her. Too bad she doesn't have her own banner though.